Hey everyone, long time no see. Forgive me, Flosstube, for I've sinned. It's been a month since my last video. Not even Catholic, that's just how I see it in the movies. Anyway, how is everybody? Hope everybody's doing great. I had plans to do a two week, it's sort of 2 week, but a video every 2 weeks, like a mid-month review, and I got sick. Super Bowl Sunday. I woke up with this terrible stomach bug, which really threw a monkey wrench in my plans of eating a lot and drinking a lot that day. That kind of stunk. And that knocked me out for a good 4 or 5 days where I didn't even stitch. So that was kind of sad. Really sucked for that piece, that rotation piece for that week. And then, my cat's down here. And then, the following Sunday, I woke up with a terrible backache and just figured it was because I was stitching so much. And then that next day, the Monday, I woke up and felt even worse and realized I had a kidney stone. I'm a long-time sufferer, so I can peg that pretty well, and it would make sense since I had the stomach flu for 4 or 5 days. I was pretty dehydrated, so yay, that was fun. And then later that night, after I resolved that, I got the head cold that my husband had the week prior, and that went into a full-blown sinus infection. And then I was all raspy, and finally I was like, F it, that's just not going to happen until the end of the month. So here I am, the last day, leap day, February 29th. This is actually my cousin's daughter's birthday, so it's always an exciting day for her anyway. I think she's like 5 now. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yep, she's 5. Yeah, 5. Or 20. So yeah, I have one FFO. It's almost an FFO. It's like a 90% FFO, so I'm counting it. I have a couple mini finishes. I've got some updates on the pieces that I worked on in February and the March pieces that I'll be working on. This was the first month that I actually did a rotation. Cat hair. That just exploded. Oh, Pixie. Because she's still down here, I'm petting her. So the March pieces, no, what was I talking about? Rotation. So I stuck with it. I did, I stuck with it. I'm just not going to go through it because you'll see it when I go through my March rotations. So it's good. We're good. Let's get started. Let's get started. So first I'll do my FFO. Yeah. Pixie. They're shedding. It's almost springtime here. Well, I mean, it's stuck in my lip. Last weekend we had like a couple 60-degree days. Way to be, Pixie. She just knocked down my stuff. Anyway, we had a couple 60-degree days, which was really nice. And then we had a big snowstorm in the Midwest. We got like 10 inches of snow, and now it's all gone. We had that snow on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday were snow days for the kids. And then it was like in the 50s and stuff again this weekend. And then we have another snowstorm that's coming Tuesday night. Weird. So anyway, FFO, I finished Orchid Intrigue. I did this on a 32 count buttermilk linen that I got from the Rainbow Stitchery a while ago, and the thread is Mo's Cotton in Ice Cream Sunday. It's really pretty. I FFO'd it as this like door hanging thing. I was watching some of Tara C's earlier videos, which kind of makes me like stalker, but I knew that she did a lot of finishing videos, and so I kind of took some ideas from that. So I used mat board, and this has batting or wadding, depending on where you are and what you caught it, batting underneath it just to give it a little bit of cush. And then I used fabric glue to wrap it around. You can see there, and stick it real good. And then I used the same size for the back and just used a scrap piece of fabric that I got from somewhere. I have no idea where. I'm a fabric whore. And then slapped them together with some glue and put this little ribbon on. For this piece, finishing it, I wish that I either would have made less of a border all the way around, so this would have gone almost to the edge, and then I think it would have looked better, or I wish that I had had some trim. And one of the things that rings is when Tara C had said in her video, the one that I watched, whichever one it was, if you're not watching her, you should. The trimmings on your pieces is what's going to make or break a project. And that rings true for this one for Shizzle. So I had some lace, like maybe however much this is, an inch and a half, maybe an inch of lace, but it was white. And this is an off-white color, so white really wasn't going to look good. But if I had like an antique white or a cream colored lace, I think I could have put that around it and it would have looked really good. And this week, assuming the snowstorm isn't really a snowstorm, I have plans on Wednesday and appointments, and I'm going to be without all the kids for a while, so I may hit like Joann's and finish this. But I'm calling it an FFO. So this also I worked on for the We Love Stitching sale in Stitch Mania, and the Finish and Mini sale in Cross Stitch Finish Line, and also Fully Finish something sale in Cross Stitch Finish Line. So I knocked out 3 sales with this piece. Not too bad. A couple mini finishes. I did finish the Clouds Factory Magical Creatures calendar. Ooh, the sun just came out. Did you see that? Oh, there it goes. It's a weird day today. Anyway, I finished the February block. It took me just a couple days. So cute. So here we are. I put some red Krynic blending filament in these 2 bubbles and this. I don't know if you can see it sparkle. Just to make it a little more liquidy. I used Mo's Silk for this yellow. That's Mo's Silk Banana. I used a Mo's Silk for this bright green. I don't remember what it's called now. God, I'm terrible. Maybe I wrote it down. Let me look. Just in case. Cedar. Whoops, sorry. Cedar for that parrot green was the DMC called for. That outside green, I used Mo's Young Anna. That's cotton. I used the cedar for this. This, I believe, is the mongoose. Mo's cotton mongoose. And that purple was just I'm pretty sure that was the called for DMC. Oh, and this part right here, I think, is a silk as well. Mayflower. Mo's Mayflower silk. Ooh. So, February, all done. It did not take very long at all. March is a really long block. March is this top corner. That's going to take a minute. But I'm excited. I am loving this piece. I'm loving that I'm keeping up with this piece. That makes me happy. So that was a good day. So that took me 2 days. I also finished, so that's for the Clouds Factory Magical Creatures Facebook group. That's what it is. So there's also a Brooks book sale that Stitch Mania has. I realize if I do like 1 character a month, I'm not going to get the full Advent calendar done that I'm working on. I'm doing the Brooks Books Advent Animals, but I'm okay with that because 1 a month is fine. I've got a lot of other stuff I'm working on. So I did this month Peter Polar Bear. Look at Peter Polar Bear. He is as charted in all of his glory. Super cute. I loved him. He's cute. I like this project. he's a little, some of them, the one thing that confuses me about this is I changed the border because Brooke designed it to be a backstitch border, and I don't like that for the fabric that I have for the Ada, so I made it into little crosses. But that also means that sometimes I started him up at the top and I started him one stitch too high. So if you look, the snow doesn't line up on those two, but I don't care. But I do notice it, and so sometimes I'm like, Argh. But anyway, so that was done for February to come back out tomorrow. The first projects that I work on, first projects that I work on tomorrow, which is the beginning of the next month rotation, March 1st, will be those two. I should pull out my little handy dandy book that some of you watched me plan, because I actually have kind of been using it. So, Orchid Intrigue. Oh, so Save the Stitches. I'm feeling a certain way about Save the Stitches. Excuse my reach. And I think I'm going to put it away for a while. And some of you, I don't even know what to say about this. It's not the pattern. Let me just say that. It's not the pattern. But there is a little bit of a kersnuffle, I just made up that word, in Stitch Mania about the Black Work Journey. And it makes me feel some way. It makes me feel some way, and it's not necessarily a positive way. So I need to put this away for a while. I'm disenchanted. I'm disenchanted with the Black Work Journey. Not just Save the Stitches. Save the Stitches is beautiful. Not any pattern in particular. I'm just disenchanted with the whole Black Work Journey right now, and looking at it just makes me angry, and I don't want to stitch on things that make me angry. That's weird. So I'm going to put this away for a while, but I did work on it, not last night, but the night before. So I worked on it Saturday night. I'm not anywhere near where I had hoped I would be. It still looks really pretty. So I finished this, and I did this, which actually belongs down here, but I'm not ripping it out because a small motif is a small motif, so who cares? What I get so you can see it. So I finished that. There is one little place that it doesn't look right. Some of them in the corners, they don't look like they match up. And I think when and if I come back to this, I'm just gonna do it the way it makes sense to me, because sometimes it's like the pattern doesn't finish itself. Like right here, the pattern as it's charted doesn't have another edge, and that looks dumb. Why would you like not finish that out? And I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or if it was a mistake. And so I left it, but I keep looking at it and it's like, that's not right. I can't even find where it actually is. Oh, it's because my pattern's upside down. Yeah, it wasn't finished there, and that's weird. So anyway, but it's gorgeous. I do really like it. I am holding it right here. Yeah, that's right. So, I put in the, yeah, it looks backwards to me. So I put in the gold and I finished out these stitches, whatever those are. And then I put in this little motif, except for there's a bead in the middle, I think. This is a beautiful piece. It really is a beautiful piece. I just feel very, like I said, I am disenchanted. So I'm going to I'm going to kind of leave this out. I'm going to take it out of the Q-snap. I'm going to fold it up and put it away for a while until I don't feel disenchanted anymore. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It is a gorgeous piece and a gorgeous pattern, and it will be beautiful should I decide to pick it back up. And if not, I have a really large piece of white Lugana there that will hold many pieces that I love. That's all I have to say about that. So, Save the Stitches. My second week of my rotation, so my first week was Brooks Books and Magical Creatures Calendar. Second week was 12 Days of Christmas. which was the freebie from the Plum Street Sampler last year, the end of last year. I love this. I wish I would have gotten more done, but this was also the week that I was sick. So I really only worked on it a couple nights, which was really disappointing because I probably won't work on this again until the fall if I stick with a rotation. But I did finish day 2. Obviously, I'm behind. Move my needle minder here. So, second day. I can't see. Hi. Second day. I used, so some of you, if you've been watching for a minute, you'll know that I'm doing this on a larger count than what the pattern calls for, and so the flosses that I picked, I didn't have enough. And I think that the floss estimate is way off on this. So I had this red was the Gentle Art, I should say, this red is the Gentle Art cherry wine. And I had 2 skeins of it, which is what the pattern called for, and then I quickly realized that was not going to be enough. So I purchased more. I purchased like 5 or 6 skeins more, and of course the newer skeins are brighter because the older skeins were like 10 years old. So they've changed. They're color fast now, where they weren't before. But stitched, they look fine. They look fine. And I was really terrified that it was going to be a big mess, but it's not. It's fine. So I'm really happy about that. So that's as far as I got. I finished up day 2. And of course I don't have beginning pictures. I'm just not even going to bother with beginning pictures this time. I'm just not. I'm really sorry. But I had had all of day 1 and like half of day 2. So I finished day 2. It was good. My notes are now way over here. So week 3 was a spirited mandala from Ink Circles. If you remember, this was one of my cross stitch crazy pieces that I started, and I didn't like it because linen, and I still don't like this linen. It is Crystal Eek from Picture This Plus. I don't like it. This is what it looks like, or will look like. This is what the pattern looks like. I had, when I started, I had only had like the very middle done. I didn't have very much done. Here it is. Here's where I got. When I started it, I had this cross done and like part of this guy up here. This over here, I didn't have this like feather part, and it was just the line, and it was off by 1 thread. So I kept looking at it. I'm like, this sucks because there's something wrong here. So I ended up ripping that out because it was definitely wrong. Here I am. So this got a little bit of love. It's not my favorite piece to work on, but it was okay. This, like I said, this is a 32 Belfast, I believe, in Crystal Eek from Picture This Plus, and this floss is Mosale Cotton from her Mystery Package 1, which was a Halloween package. So that is what I'm using, which is a really pretty variegated dark gray. I like it. I like it. It's not my favorite thing to work on, though. It really, this linen is a mess. I don't like it. But once I fixed that one line, it was like a thread off. That's part of the thing, too, is I think that I just saw that and it was off and I couldn't really tell why it was off. And then I figured it out and then I fixed it and I was like, oh, okay, that's great. My week 4 rotation was Alice in Wonderland by Bothy Threads. This is something that I did work on a little bit yesterday, and I plan on working on today, which is why it's still in the Q-snap. There are threads all over. Let me see here. So unprepared. Big truck just went by. This is what it looks like, what it will look like. This is a kit that I purchased from our very own Adele. She purchased, I don't know where she purchased it from, but it's instead of the 14 count Ada, that Bhakti Threads kits with. It had 28 count even weave in it from Pole Stitches. And so this is where I am right now. This is 3 blocks and this is a page. So there are 4 pages in the pattern. This is where I'm at. I'm doing it with the Pole Stitches fabric, which is really pretty opalescent, hand dyed. This is the black floss that came with the kit, which I do not believe to be DMC at all. I don't know what it is. It's not in skeins. It comes in lengths, and it almost feels like yarn. Like, it doesn't feel very nice. But it's what I'm using, and I'm doing it 2/2. I started it 3/2, and I really liked the coverage, but it was way bulky. So I'm going to work on this a little bit more tonight and then put it away for a while. I like this stitch. I like it. It's fun. I don't like the floss though, but it's too late. I'm way too invested now. And then the last thing that I worked on was my KLT charting owl cell. I'm behind. 4 owls have been released. I'm only up to 2, but I did finish the second. I finished the second owl yesterday. I am doing this. Oh, here it is. So owl number 2. Owl number 2. The outline is in Mo's Sale Cotton Violet, and the filling is in Jodery Designs Cotton in Regal Peacock. And that is my February, what I'm calling my February owl birthstone, which I think is aquamarine. Or is it topaz? I don't remember. Anyway, so there's 2. 3 and 4 have been released. I think that I'm going to make, oh, and this fabric is Mo Sale. Mystery Package 2. It's the Mystery Package 2, is the winter package. It's a 28 count Monaco. Forgot. Anyway, I think I'm going to make this my weekend project, where Save the Stitches was my weekend project. Because this one definitely fell by the wayside until just a couple days ago, where I was like, holy cow, I need to actually start working on this because I would like to keep up. So this, I know I'm going to make this my weekend project from now on. So that's really exciting. Yay, decision making. Awesome. That was February. That was February. It was a good month, except for all that time I was sick. It was terrible. So terrible. Anyway, so March plans. Week 1, Magical Creatures, calendar, and Brooks Books Advent Animals. Those are 2 stitch-alongs I'm going to be doing. There's, see, my cat moved stuff, and now it's on the floor, and I have to back up and get it. So a minute. Oh, darn cat. It was an order too. Now it's not. Also, so Stitch Mania is having a monthly stitch along. The month's theme is It's Not Easy Being Green. And I thought, okay, that's a great time for me to pick up a whip because I like to do that. So I will be working on this Heart and Hand. It's from 2000. It's the March little guy. Is it a wee? See, what it is right here. Wait, is right here underneath the thing. So it's a March something or other, and I can't see it. Monthly Mania March. It's right there in the corner. Duh. It's a little shamrock guy. This was a Crazy 7 start from Cross Stitch and Discuss last summer. I didn't get very far. I hate it. It's the fabric. This, which nobody has really been able, I haven't really been able to figure out what it is, but this is as far as I got. It's some of his skin. This is a 14 count. As far as I can tell, it's a 14 count Fiddler's Aida. It is very floppy, as you can see. The holes are ridiculously large. But I have like 8 already done in the series, and they're all on this fabric. I'll never be able to find this fabric again. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So that's what I'm working on for the It's Not Easy Being Green sale in Stitch Mania. Cross Stitch Finish Line also has a sale. Got way too much stuff all over. And that is the Spring Clean Your Oldest Whip. Why not? So I am going to work on literally my oldest whip from several years ago, probably 12 years ago. It is this Dimensions kit, Teddy's Friend. There you go. You see that. It comes with this mat. Whatever. I don't know. I have some done. This, I don't know if I've ever talked about this project. I don't know if I've ever shown it. This is how far I am. I started this project probably in 2000. Let me see. AJ was born at the end of 2001, December 30th, 2001. 6 months. So probably at the end of 2002, his dad, my husband at the time, was diagnosed with cancer in November. And he started, no, it was probably more like September he was diagnosed with cancer. Maybe October. Anyway, but he started chemotherapy in November. And his protocol, his treatment protocol was 1 week on, 3 weeks off for 3 months. So we spent 1 week a month in the infusion center, pumping him full of poison to get rid of his cancer, which it did. He's great. So many years later, he's perfect. Cured. So, but I needed something to do. So I picked up this kit and started cross stitching. And I think this is what started me again in adulthood, is when I started cross stitching, is when I picked up a project for him. So I have that much done. And my mother-in-law at the time, who's now my outlaw, I call her, we were fine with that. She somehow got me, she decided I was going to collect Boyd's bears, and she started buying them for me. I was like, I don't like teddy bears, but okay, whatever. So when I saw that, it just seemed to fit, so that's what I did. I have all the floss in this, it's almost like a credit card, not a credit card, like a business card holder, but it was at Michael's, so it must be a floss. I don't know, it's so old. It's my oldest whip. It's my oldest whip. So that's what I'm going to work on. I would like to finish this for no other reason than to just say that I finished it. I have no, that's not me. But I'm excited to start, I guess. So I'll be working on that at some point. And I like to use these monthly sales that have a theme, the theme sales, to get a piece done. So it would be really nice to get this done, but I'm not going to kill myself to try to get this one done. And I might decide that I just hate it and scrap it. I hope not, though. I don't like to just scrap things. So anyway, so those are the 2 monthly sales that I'll be doing. I will continue to work on the KLT Charting Owl sale on the weekends. Week 2 of my rotation is Art Deco Cottage. It's from the World of Cross Stitching number 229. It looks like this when it's all done. And this was a Cross Stitch Crazy piece that I started on my uneven even weave. How does this even happen? And this is where I'm at so far. I'm excited to get started on that as well, because I really like this project. I really like this project. So that is week 2. Week 3 is At Our House by Lizzie Kate. This is what it looks like. I'm doing this I think, on the recommended fabric. 32 count vintage country mocha Belfast. And this is where I'm at. Hope to see a little bit of progress on that in week 3. And one of these weekends, it's my Art Deco Cottage weekend. I'm going to be at a quilt retreat. I'm not going to get very much stitching done then. Sewing, yes. Stitching, no. And week 4, which is a long week. That's like 9 days. 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's 10 days. Because I'm not doing 7-day weeks. I'm kind of doing them calendar weeks. And then the last week is just long. Week 4 is going to be my Gwen by Mirabilia. That's what she looks like. You've all seen her 500 times. I'm stitching her on a 32 count linen in desert sand. And this is where I'm at so far. It's working on the black on her dress. I'm going to make a point to put some color in here because I need to. Those are my plans, kids. Those are my plans. We will see how they go. What I definitely see here is my bigger pieces with lots of threads. They are not bobbinated. I'm gonna have to bobbinate some stuff. Grr. That's all she wrote there. I did get some stuff. I got some stuff. Let me go to my Flosstube video note page because I'm keeping up. I talk everything. Yes. Okay, so I got some haul, which is nice to talk about this because then I can actually put it away. I don't need my computer anymore. I did buy, so I said that I wasn't going to buy anything, but that's just stupid. I've been really good about not buying things though. How about that? Does that count? I have been really good about not buying stuff. I got some needle minders from Nifty Needle Nannies. It was my first time ordering from her. I think it's Julie. Julie is her name. Julie's sweet. She's a sweet lady. And I like Nifty Needle Nannies quite a bit. So I purchased several. One of them I put on a piece that I kitted up. Which I guess I could show you that chart too. I can do that. So I purchased a chart, another Lizzie Kate, which all of a sudden just really meant a lot to me. It's the Promise Me number 156. It's a Winnie the Pooh quote. It's a little conversation between Pooh and Christopher Robin, I guess. I'm not a Winnie the Pooh fan, but I really like it. I really like it anyway. So promise me you'll always remember you're braver than you believe and stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. So I'm making this for Axel, my 4-year-old son. And I've kitted it up. I actually had most of the flosses and I made some substitutions to a little bit brighter things. And I'm doing it on sand colored even weave. DMC maybe? I don't know. So anyway, needle minders. I got this Autism Puzzle Heart needle minder from Julie that I'm using for this piece. That's probably telling with this and the quote, and that's all we're going to talk about right now. So I'm excited. I was going to start it right away, and then it's like, I just have too much stuff that I'm working on. So this is going to be a Stitch Mania piece, I'm pretty sure. Other needle minders, and I did put another one somewhere. I don't know. This little sheep guy, isn't she cute? I should say sheep girl, even though she could be a guy. I don't know. My little sheep. She's pink. She's a girl. And she is going to go on my Fibery Friends piece when I start that for Stitch Mania. I've already planned on where these things are going. Do people do that? I'm sure you do it. I'm sure. these ones, this pretty little butterfly. I like these jeweled things. This peacock I love. Ruby slippers from Dorothy's Wizard of Oz. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those, but they're pretty. And a leaf and a little frog. I love that frog. And there's one missing, and I don't know what I don't remember what I put it on. Oh, it's the hearts that you already saw. So, needle minders. There we go. I do have more needle minders coming. I ordered for the first time from True North needle minders. They're in Canada, though. So, I know they've shipped. I don't have them yet. My luck is like they'll come today or something. Whatever. So, I got those. I did join Mo's Sale Fabric of the Month, and I got a Fabric of the Month. I don't know what fabric it is. I think it's February. I'm going to assume it's February because that's the month that I got it in. It's a 28 count Monaco. I don't know that they have names or anything, but this is what it looks like. And it's very bright. It smells really good. Very bright. Very heavily modeled, which is not my favorite. I was trying to think of ways that I could darken it up, but without making it like gray. I'm not going to be able to. But it looks very, like it could be very under the sea-ish. So maybe there will be some type of water, something. I'm not really into mermaids, so I don't know, but it's pretty. It's pretty. I got from these are not really things that I bought, but you know, sometimes there are some really Flosstubes are really cool. I really like you guys. I hope you know that. And sometimes randomly people will be like, hey, I was at blah 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 place and I saw something that reminded me of you and I got it. Can I send it to you? And I'm like, okay, sure, why not? And that happened a couple times. I have this drawer right here and it's where I put all of my haul stuff. Anyway, so Crystal, you might know her as Fiber Artsy, was shopping. I think she was thrifting and found some cross-stitch stuff and she sent me a message and she's like, hey, I found this chicken alphabet thing. I want to send it to you. What do you think? She sent me a picture and I was like, that's so funny. Yes, it's cute. So she sent me this cluckabet. This is from Jeanette Cruz Designs. And I don't know what the year is. I have no idea what the year is, but it cracks me up. So these are little chicken alphabets. So cute. Thank you, Crystal. You're adorable. And in January, and I kept forgetting to mention this, and I don't have the stuff, but Rebecca from Hedgerow Stitching sent me a message and she's like, hey, I found a couple things I'd like to send to you. They remind me of you. I'm like, holy cow, okay, you're so sweet. And she sent, and I don't have it because I actually took it downstairs. It's a pattern for owl pin cushions because I love owls. They're felt pin cushions, and I took the pattern down to my cutting table because I had some felt and I was gonna put one together, but my felt sucks for those. They don't do them justice. So I don't have that to show you. And she sent a little keychain dog, which my kids have stolen, and my 2-year-old keeps calling it a horse. Everything is a horse. And giraffes are cows. Don't even get me started on his craziness. So thank you, you guys. That's so super sweet. So super sweet. You're ridiculous. Thank you, thank you. Also, I won the first month giveaway of the Year of Giving that Heather is doing from Heather Stitches. So I'll link channels below. But I won the first one. I was so excited. And so what she's doing is she's selling needle minders and doing charting to help fund And then I'm assuming, I don't even remember now how it goes. You buy your needle minders, you're entered. I don't even think you have to buy needle minders. I don't think you have to put in to win. You just fill out a form and you're entered. It's all random. You're entered to win, and she's doing one a month. And she's selling needle minders and her charting services to help fund it. That's how it goes. So I purchased some needle minders back when, and I have shown those. But I won. I was so excited to be the first winner. And apparently she was excited to have me be the first winner. So she sent me my prize. I'm falling down. And I'm gonna show you. The first thing is this super cute pattern, Spring Has Sprung. She said that she knows I really enjoy bright, cheery colors, and I do. So she thought this was great. I do too. It's very cute. I love it as a pillow. This will be a Mania start. And to go with it, and I don't know that she really planned this, but I got some fabric. Lucas, or Brochet, on Flosstube, has his own fabric dyeing business. You might know it, Fabrics by LJ. I will link it below, but he donated fabric to all of the winners. So I got a piece of 14 count Aida in Arendelle, which will fit this piece. And it's just this really pretty blue and purple springy piece. It's beautiful. I love it. And so this is my third piece of Lucas's fabric. I purchased 2 pieces of linen from him. I like this one better than the ones that I actually purchased. Not bad. It's very cute. And it's going to go with this pattern. I'm going to do those together. So I just need to pick flosses. Autumn is my favorite. I don't know if Heather, she admitted that she went back and watched a lot of my Flosstube videos, which I think is funny. Natives are getting restless in there. So autumn is my favorite season. So she sent this autumn wee one from Heart and Hand. So cute. And from my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list, my Mirabilia Spring in My Garden, which I'm trying to get the whole series. I have summer right now, I believe. So Heather, thank you again. I know I've already emailed you and gushed all over your great choices for me. You did your research. I can pretty much guarantee anybody that wins her Year of Giving monthly things, you're not going to be disappointed. She does her homework. She does her homework. And now you already know you're going to get a piece of Lucas's fabric, which is pretty awesome too. That's all I got. That's all I got. So my plan is to be back in 2 weeks to show you what I have been working on. Hopefully that works out. Cross my fingers for no kidney stones or sinus infections or children's illnesses or anything like that. And I'll probably have some sewing stuff to show you too, since I have that retreat coming up. So that's it, guys. Have a great couple weeks and get a lot of stitching done. Stay stitchy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.